indeed, the 23% refers to summer 2023, as in we continue to see disruption around every corner. And then the other 77% basically has a different time window, be that a bit earlier or slightly later. But the vast majority of companies here are all recognizing, and that's 70% of them, that technology investment is required because inflation cannot be passed on to the consumer anymore. And just increasing safety stock levels for a just-in-case inventory system is not good enough. It's one of the measures, but clearly more is needed by businesses to respond and maintain profit margins.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why you at SAP would be very excited about the idea of companies spending more on software and technology to improve supply chain management. But just coming back to the conclusion of the survey here, if we're talking about from just in time to just in case, should I actually be investing in large storage facilities rather than software companies?
Yeah, so the companies are doing both, right? I mean, we see a number of customers that told us, for example, we cannot meet our revenue targets. We don't have products, thousands of products not on the shelf on some of the retailers. And of course, they're looking at distribution center consolidation in certain parts of the country, recognizing that they need to also diversify supply sources to more local sourcing. So that's one way to respond in physical assets and physical distribution. The other is, of course, in business processes. People really look for a way to respond not just to the current disruption on supply chain, but also to the sustainability challenges in COP26. So how do you respond in such a way that you measure and manage your supply chain and create visibility end to end? So this is really requiring digital investments. And unfortunately, in today's fiscal regime, those are considered operating expenditures and they're not classified as CapEx. So businesses need to make a choice to really educate and invest in the long term and not just in the here and now for short-term profit margins.
Michiel, I noticed that the shares in SAP have fallen from 139 euros at their high over the last couple of years, trading below 100 euros now. Is there a problem with the actual total amount being spent at the moment, or the margins on that? I just wondered if there is something that is happening specifically in terms of CapEx and OpEx spending, or actually are you just a victim of what's going on in the broader market?
Yeah, I think the first response is that the entire tech sector is faced with the same challenge, right, of a reset of investor priorities. The second is we see a phenomenal growth in our cloud revenues. We have a phenomenal momentum at the moment to get customers onto the cloud journey, make their business processes visible, and really help them expand their business networks as well, right? So if you think about it, and this is probably a well-kept secret, SAP runs a business network that's twice the size of Amazon and Alibaba combined. So if you're today a business, you would want to get part of that visibility in that network, increase your supply base, and of course, trace how your supply moves around the world.